from your local news leader, Alabama News Network at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Jeff Sanders. It's time now for Talk Back, joined today by Seth Hammond and Corey Tyree with the Energy Institute of Alabama. We'll talk about the energy impact Alabama has on the economy and what you should know. Give us a call now with your questions at 1-800-504-4084 or 420-TALK. Gentlemen, appreciate your time today. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Glad you have us.
Seth, let's start with the Energy Institute. That sounds pretty self-evident, but what do you all do and kind of how are you all formed?
Well, we are officially formed in April of this year. The nucleus of the Energy Institute is the electrical energy sector. There are 6 different entities that are involved in the Institute that form it: the Tennessee Valley Authority, Alabama Power, Power South Energy, Electric Cities of Alabama, AMEA, the Alabama Municipal Electric Authority, and the Alabama Rural Electric Association. Those are the 6 entities that are involved in the production and distribution of electricity, all are members of the Institute, and we formed this so as to speak with one voice about the energy issues.
You would hear a lot of people saying, well, you know, gas prices are down, but my electric bill is still high. My gas bill is very high for my home. What do you say to those average Alabamians out there when they have those concerns that they bring to you?
Well, the price of gasoline first and the price of electricity are not related, in that you do use natural.
But people get confused. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, people do get confused in that issue, and natural gas is relatively low now. We have some of the lowest energy prices for electricity in the nation. And that's, I think, a tribute to the great public policy that we have here in the state, and the fact that we have prepared for change in our state.
Corey, let's talk about this study you all recently did on the economic impact that energy and electric energy has on Alabama.
Yeah, I think the thing that captures it best is 124,000 jobs for the state of Alabama that this industry created for the state. So very important industry.
What are we talking about here? People think of electricity. I think one of the biggest things they think of is hydroelectric dams, but really the coal industry, I know, is very big for the state as well.
Yeah, I think you're talking about a lot of different types of generation sources. It's natural gas, it's coal, it's nuclear. A lot of people don't know that Alabama, 25% of our state's electricity produced from nuclear. So how are we different? It's nuclear. We have a lot of nuclear power in the state and hydroelectric power.
And that really goes from the northern part of the state, I would imagine, all the way down to the Gulf Coast.
Absolutely it does, yes.
Why should the average person care? I mean, you come home, you flip on that light switch, you pay your bill each month. What should they even care about the Energy Institute and what you all do and its impact on their daily lives? Well, you mentioned the jobs. I know that's huge.
People absolutely depend on electricity for 3 things. They have to have electricity that's affordable, that's reliable, and that's clean. And the quality of life that we all enjoy and the fact that we're progressing in our state through economic development, all of these things are tied back to energy. So that's the reason why energy is important. But the real reason that people should be concerned about energy and policy relative to energy is because they do have that bill to pay each month.
And that does affect everyone's bottom line. I want to talk about, you gave me some lists of some figures here. Total tax revenue provided by Alabama's energy sector, $385 million. And we talk about the economic shortfalls of the state. That's a big number. That's
a big number, and that's just, that's not local tax now. That's just the monies that flowing into the state treasury. That is the general fund and education trust fund. $385 million comes from this sector alone.
What's the biggest change we're going to see in the coming years? You mentioned all those different ways that we generate electricity. What should people know as far as the future is concerned?
You know, I would say that the last 2 years, there has been tremendous change in this industry. So probably more change the last 2 years than the previous 20. So a lot's changing. What's affecting that? Tax policy, regulatory policy. These are decisions that we're making today that when we make them, we affect the next 30 years. When we invest in this energy infrastructure for our state, it doesn't just come and go in a year. It stays around for 30 years. So we got to make the right decisions.
And I know that's where you all come in, especially with your efforts and the lobbying that you have with lawmakers. If people want to get a hold of you quickly, what's the best way to check you out?
Check our website. Just Google Energy Institute of Alabama and get in touch with us.
It is the best way for sure. Mr. Hammond, Ms. Tyree, appreciate your time today. Thanks so much for being with us.